Welcome to the Aqua Flow Crypto Lab. Today we are going to have a look at Bitcoin and at XRP because no matter what cryptocurrency you invested in, even if it's only XRP, you have to have a look at Bitcoin to understand what's going on right now in the cryptocurrency market. So first, we will dive into this chart, which is the most important Bitcoin chart that you'll ever see. Then I will give you an update of the trend line chart. So far, it has been my most viewed video. If you didn't see it, I put the link in the description. I am comparing price action and sound waves. It's an amazing video. I'm pretty sure you are going to like it. And at the end of the video, I have a big surprise for you. It's about a brand new indicator I created for XRP. So without further ado, let's get started. If you're new here, you came to the right place. We are trying to make analysis as accurate as possible. We are making experiments to come up with the best plans to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. If you want to be part of the lab, you can subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can know the next time I drop a video. I know most of you come from Twitter. If it's the case, shout out to you guys. If you don't follow me on Twitter yet, you can go to my Twitter account, Flow Aqua, follow me there, and I post charts about XRP, sometimes about Bitcoin, so you can follow me there too. So let's start with Bitcoin. At the beginning of the video, I was saying that this is the most important chart you'll ever see for Bitcoin. Why? Because so far, this chart catches all the bottoms and all the tops of Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Okay. On this chart, you have 4 lines. You have the yellow line, the blue line, and a blue band, right? With an upper line and a lower line. And let's have a look. As you can see, this golden line catches this bottom right here. This one right here. This one also. Okay, let's move on. This bottom and this bottom, right? After this, you have the blue line. The blue line is a key line for Bitcoin, and I will explain why. Let's have a look. Here, as you can see, it was a strong resistance, okay? Then we used it as a resistance. Here we used it as a resistance, and it was a confluence point between the blue line and the yellow line, okay? After this, we tested it here again, twice. We tested it as a support again here. We tested it as a support right here. Oh, I forgot. We tested it as a support here also, right? We tested it as a support, and recently we tested it as a support. Except at the very beginning of Bitcoin, where we went below the blue line. After this, it was always a strong support and we never went below it, right? And then we have the blue band. You can see that the upper line of the blue band catches every major top for Bitcoin for each cycle. So far we have 3 major tops, and each time it catches the tops to the tick. Okay, isn't it amazing, guys? And the last line we need to see is the white line. And it's a key line for Bitcoin. Look. It was a strong resistance here, strong resistance, okay? Then we used it as a resistance here again, then as a support, okay? As a support, okay? As a resistance, as a support right here, as a strong resistance. After the legendary move of Bitcoin after the bottom right here. And recently we tested it as a strong support, okay? It was a confluence zone between the blue line and the lower line of the band, and you saw that we bounced to the upside. Okay, so it was a very, very strong support. Why am I saying this? It's because the white line can be considered as the middle line of Bitcoin. Look, since the very beginning of Bitcoin, we've been dancing around this line. Let's have a look. You see here, we are dancing around the white line, above it, below it, above it, below it. Again, we tested it as resistance and above it. And look, here we crossed the right line, we back tested it as a support before going higher. Here we crossed the right line, we back tested it as a support before going higher. Okay, here we crossed it, okay, we back tested it, and I hope that we will make a higher high. It would make a lot of sense, right? If history is of any indication. However, there is one bearish signal I'm paying attention to, and it's the blue line crossing the right line. Why? Because here you see that the blue line goes above the white line and it was a major top. Here the blue line goes above the white line and it was a major top. Here it's the same thing. The blue line goes above here and we have a major top. And look again. Here the blue line goes above the right line and it was a major top. Personally, I am bullish because we are still in the blue zone, in the blue band, right? And we know that XRP is the last one to take off and it didn't take off yet. This is a perfect transition to go to the XRP chart, to the XRP trend line chart. This chart doesn't have a lot of lines, but with these two lines, you will understand exactly what's going on with XRP right now. We have the critical level in blue and the trend line in yellow. Okay. As you can see, the critical level is really, really important for XRP because we broke it to the upside, then we tested it as a support, right? Here we went below it, then above it. We tried to use it as a support, but we couldn't and we fell below. After this, we retested the same level, but we couldn't close above it. And it was the same thing just right here. We went to test it, but we couldn't close above it. Again here, but we couldn't. Then we broke it to the upside. We tested it as a support. We have a bounce, just like the bounce we have right here, because we broke it, we tested it as a support, then we went below it. We broke it, we tested it as a support, then we went below it. Okay? But this time, look what happened. We went above it, just like here, okay? But we made a higher high, look, okay? This is a higher high compared to here. And here it wasn't the case. Look, we have a lower high because we have a high here and a lower high here. Here we have a high and a higher high. So this is a very, very good sign. But the most interesting thing about this chart is the trend line. Because look, the trend line was stuck at the blue critical level, okay? Look, it was stuck here for a very, very, very long time. And look what happened just right here. It was the same thing. We couldn't make a higher high with the trend line. The price went up, but as the trend line couldn't go higher than the critical zone, we had to come back down. Look, here it was the same thing. We went up, but as the trend line couldn't go higher than the critical zone, we had to come back down, right? And look at the trend line. For the first time since 2018, the trend line is going above the critical zone, okay? So this is a great news, guys, because this means that we are reversing the trend, okay? We went up, down, then up, and now it's a higher high. This is the most important piece of information of this video. Also, we have a key level to watch, which is this one. Why? Because it was the last resistance we had before going into a bear market, okay? So this level is very, very important, okay? Look, we tried to use it as a support. It was successful, but on the second attempt, it was a failure, okay? Then we tested it as a resistance. We went below the critical zone, and now we broke it to the upside, and we are using it as a support again. So this is really, really great for the future. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of support. So I want you to pay attention to this level. If we are able to keep it as a support and to make a higher high, then the moon is ours, guys. And now let's see the last chart. You already know about the key level. You already know about the aqua band, okay, if you saw my previous videos. And on this chart, I added a very important indicator. It's based on Bitcoin and it's the yellow line. The yellow line is Bitcoin shifted forward, right? So as you can see, it has been a very strong support multiple times in XRP history. Look, here it was a strong support, okay? Here it was a strong support. Here it was a strong support, right? And look, here we fell below it. We used it as a resistance, okay? We danced around it like this, okay? We hold it as a resistance, but since the beginning of the year, we've been using it as a support. Look, it was a support right here. We went to the upside, then we tested it as a support again, and we went to the upside. And look, we are going sideways until we hit the line again. And if I'm right, we should go up, because since the beginning of the year, we've been using it as a strong support, okay? I will dive into this chart a bit more in the future videos, so if you like the content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell too so you can know the next time I drop a video. I'm really excited to see what will happen next, but I hope I'm right, guys. And if I am, we should go up very, very soon. It's time to leave the crypto lab. Thanks for watching. Do not ever be afraid to make new experiments. And if someone tells you you're crazy, just tell them. Time will tell.